Article 32 of the new Civil Code. Any public officer or employee or any private individual who directly or indirectly obstructs, defeats, violates, or in any manner impedes or impairs any of the following rights and liberties of another person shall be liable to the latter for damages. 1. Freedom of religion. 2. Freedom of speech. 3. Freedom to write for the press or to maintain a periodical publication. 4. Freedom from arbitrary or illegal detention. 5. Freedom of suffrage. 6. The right against deprivation of property without due process of law. 7. The right to a just compensation when private property is taken for public use. 8. The right to the equal protection of the laws. 9. The right to be secure in one's person, house, papers, and effects against unreasonable searches and seizures. 10. The liberty of abode and of changing the same. 11. The privacy of communication and correspondence. 12. The right to become a member of associations or societies for purposes not contrary to law. 13. The right to take part in a peaceable assembly to petition the government for redress of grievances. 14. The right to be free from involuntary servitude in any form. 15. The right of the accused against excessive bail. 16. The right of the accused to be heard by himself and counsel, to be informed of the nature and cause of the accusation against him, to have a speedy and public trial, to meet the witnesses face to face, and to have compulsory process to secure the attendance of witnesses in his behalf. 17. Freedom from being compelled to be a witness against oneself, or from being forced to confess guilt, or from being induced by a promise of immunity or reward to make such confession, except when the person confessing becomes a state witness. 18. Freedom from excessive fines or cruel and unusual punishment, unless the same is imposed or inflicted in accordance with a statute which has not been judicially declared unconstitutional. And 19. Freedom of access to the courts. In any of the cases referred to in this article, whether or not the defendant's act or omission constitutes a criminal offense, the aggrieved party has a right to commence an entirely separate and distinct civil action for damages and for other relief. Such civil action shall proceed independently of any criminal prosecution, if the latter be instituted, and may be proved by a mere preponderance of evidence. The indemnity shall include moral damages. Exemplary damages may also be adjudicated. The responsibility herein set forth is not demandable from a judge unless his act or omission constitutes a violation of the penal code or other penal statute.